Mary Kay, the Browns believe there are enough touches for their 3 running backs, Carlos Hyde, Nick Chubb, and Duke Johnson. Are there going to be enough touches for those guys, though?
You know, I think there will be, because Duke Johnson plays a different role than those guys do. So I think they'll split up the workhorse load between Nick Chubb and Carlos Hyde, so to speak. But then I think Duke will come in on 3rd down and do some of the things that we've seen him do before, catching the ball out of the backfield, but also splitting out wide, playing in the slot, and playing, you know, the receiver position as much as he plays the running back spot. What do you think?
Well, yeah, and Freddie Kitchens basically said that, you know, they're willing to ride the hot hand a little bit. If a guy's got a good rhythm going, they're going to keep feeding him. So it could be Carlos Hyde week 1, maybe week 2 it's Nick Chubb, maybe 1 week it actually is Duke Johnson. So I do think they're going to figure out a way to get enough carries for these guys. Maybe not in every game, but I think over the course of the season we're going to look back and say, okay, everything was about even.
And like you said, it's not necessarily just carries, but it will be touches, right? So some of them will be catching the ball out of the backfield while others are running. And I think you will see some formations where Nick Chubb and Carlos Hyde are on the field at the same time, where Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson are on the field at the same time, lined up in different ways. They'll do different things. They'll, like I said, split them out, slot, motions, all different kinds of things. I think one thing that we know about Todd Haley is he will use the running back, and Hugh Jackson has traditionally done that too. They just really haven't been able to. But they will use these backs.
Yeah, and it's interesting for Haley because he's had Le'Veon Bell, who has kind of been his workhorse. He doesn't have that here, but he's sort of got some of the pieces in different guys. He's got some guys that can carry the ball over and over. He's got some guys that can split out wide and catch the ball. So while he might not have that top level NFL player, he's got 3 guys that he can work with.
He really does. And what he also has is a very good offensive line. Now, of course, they're working on the left tackle position, but for the most part, you've got some really good players on that offensive line. So they'll be able to blast open some holes for these guys. In addition to that, they should be running more offensive plays. So that makes everybody get fed.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, Tyrod Taylor can run the football a little bit too. So the Browns are poised to have a very good rushing attack this season, and it's going to be on the backs of all 3 of those running backs.